Right now this morning, history unfolds in the Capitol on this bitter cold morning. We'll take you inside the final preparations before Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony. And could you be at risk for glaucoma and not know it? A local eye specialist shares what you need to know about the silent vision stealer.
Plus, it's a weather alert day for dangerously cold conditions in the form of wind chill. We could see minus 40 going into tomorrow as well as we finish out the day with sub-zero local temperatures in this morning.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Monday, January 20th. Big story of the day is the weather here.
Yes,
it is absolutely freezing.
Yes.
So what do we need to know heading out the door?
Well, bundle up if you haven't, and if, of course, a lot of schools are closed, so you're not taking the kiddos with you. The thing is, though, you're going to need to protect yourself because these wind chills are going to really intensify as we get into mid-morning to the afternoon, and then again for Tuesday. These temperatures are going to be bitterly cold. We're going to get up to minus 35 possibly today, and then eventually getting into minus 40 plus as we get into it. So the dangerous wind chill, as you can see, working to the forecast here are the alerts, the cold weather alerts that are in play right now. This is going to continue for tomorrow as well, getting into a cold weather advisory and a cold weather warning. You can see a lot of better view here of what those are entailing here. And you're also going to be seeing, as I mentioned before, it's going to be plus 35 and plus 34 in some cases. So please take it slow out there. We'll get into it for today. We're looking at maybe 0 degrees for your temperatures, for your highs. We're looking at possibly sub-zero temperatures also for tomorrow to near sub-zero temperatures, cutting in with warming conditions coming back by at least on Wednesday, carrying over into the remainder of the week. Here's a look at the snow trackers. You can see here the possibility of a little snow moving in the forecast, possibly as we go into Wednesday, where it gets a little bit more, up to about a 30% chance of more of a better chance getting it on the ground. We're looking at that happening possibly up to 2 inches or less in some locations. As we finish out, you're going to be seeing the full forecast coming in just a moment, where I'll give you some of those wind chills and give you a look-see of what's going to be coming, not only for this morning, but into the afternoon, this evening, and tomorrow. Back to you, Alexandra.
And bitter cold temperatures are forcing several area schools to close their doors today. Among them, Arcadia School District, Ridgeway Community Schools, and Onalaska's Luther High School. The Sparta Mobile Pantry also suspending operations today. You can find a full list of closures at news8000.com. With the temperatures staying below zero, first responders have some reminders for how you can keep yourself and your family safe. News 8's Allison Fergit explains.
We really just want people to be aware, be prepared that it's going to be cold.
First responders with Tri-State Ambulance say the best thing to do when facing temperatures like this is to stay inside. But there are some things to keep in mind if you do go outdoors.
Bundle up to cover up your skin because frostbite can set in from any time from 10 to 30 minutes in that 0 to negative degree weather that we're looking at in the next few days.
Bab also says to let someone know your plans if you're going outside.
So maybe texting a friend, texting a family member that you're going out and about so that they can check on you and see that you're okay.
If you're taking advantage of the holiday weekend and traveling, first responders recommend having mittens, hats, and other winter gear in your car. But if you are traveling with a child who uses a car seat, they say to take the child's coat off of them before buckling them in.
Make sure you take plenty of blankets with, buckle them in appropriately, and then cover them with blankets. But don't wear a big puffy coat while in the car seat. If they were to encounter a crash or a sudden stop, it can allow space for them to slide up and out of the car seat.
If you see someone struggling from the cold, first responders say there are quick ways to help.
The warm blankets, some warm packs maybe in the armpits or the groin areas to get that core body temperature up.
The City of La Crosse has opened an emergency warming center at the public library on Main Street. Bab says having warm places like that is crucial.
If people do need to seek shelter, finding those spaces like the emergency shelter or other public areas that they can seek shelter in.
The center will open Monday at 8 in the morning until 7 in the evening. It will also be open on Tuesday from 8 until noon. Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now, this morning.
The dangerous cold also threatening our pets. Veterinarians say limit pets' outdoor time to just 5 minutes. Opt for more frequent, shorter trips instead and save those pet sweaters for outdoor use only.
This is meant just like toddlers and infants, right? On when we're outside, off when we're inside. Simply because the dogs can start to create a moisture in there, and then if you're leaving this on in the house, then they go outside, that moisture is going to freeze and it's actually going to make them colder faster.
And she says watch out for your pet's paws. Hard surfaces like concrete can cause their paws to freeze. And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app. You can find that in the app or Google Play. And today, Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. Dangerously cold weather has forced the ceremony inside of the Capitol, though security remains tight for the thousands of supporters coming to watch the festivities. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest from Washington.
It's fun to stay at the bar.
President-elect Donald Trump pumped up supporters at a rally in downtown D.C. just hours before taking the oath of office for a second time.
I will act with historic speed and strength and fix every single crisis facing our country.
Trump plans to sign around 200 executive orders after he's sworn in, ranging from diversity hiring programs to oil drilling and immigration. Trump is also expected to launch a series of immigration raids in cities across the country this week.
We'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history.
Some supporters say they'll be back in the arena today to watch Trump's inauguration, after he said frigid temperatures forced the ceremony inside of the Capitol.
We'll just be here and make the best of it.
There are about 30 miles of fencing throughout Washington, plus tens of thousands of officers and military personnel here to safeguard the inauguration. Crucial now, especially that so many who would have watched in the concentrated area in front of the Capitol will instead be spread out across the city.
Crews scrambled to build a special stage inside of the Capitol Rotunda, where roughly 600 guests, including former presidents, will watch the inauguration in person.
Multiple law enforcement agencies tell CBS News there are no specific credible threats aimed at the inauguration as of now. And TikTok service is restored, but its legal battle continues. While the app ban remains law, President-elect Trump promising an executive order today to delay enforcement. Tech companies supporting TikTok risk hefty penalties, up to $5,000 per user. And bipartisan lawmakers insist only new legislation, not executive action, can save the app. La Crosse police investigating a weekend shooting on the city's north side. Officers responded to shots fired in the 1800 block of George Street early Sunday morning. They found one person with gunshot wounds. The victim was rushed to a local hospital after emergency treatment at the scene. Investigators say the shooting stemmed from an argument and appears to be an isolated incident. The New Lisbon community came together to remember 13-year-old Skyla Sorensen. Family and friends gathered Saturday to honor the teen. Her parents describe her as a bright, caring soul who loved helping others. Skyla was one of 3 victims in last month's homicides. The suspect, 47-year-old Virgil Thu, is in custody on a $5 million bond. An early morning fire destroyed an Elk-bound business Saturday. Passing motorists on I-94 spotted flames at Shooter's Showgirls around 5 a.m. Crews arrived to find the building fully engulfed. The Dunn County Sheriff's is now investigating. And a Wabasha man's wrong turn landing him in jail Friday night. Buffalo County deputies say they found 47-year-old Samuel Horace's car stranded on railroad tracks in Nelson, 50 yards from Highway 25. Horace admitted to drinking before mistaking the tracks for a road. Here's a photo of the incident. He now faces OWI charges and driving without a valid license. A cinematic tribute to Bob Uecker, Wisconsin's beloved Mr. Baseball. Marcus Theaters is bringing back Major League, featuring Uecker's iconic role as announcer Harry Dole. La Crosse moviegoers can catch the classic January 26th, 27th, and 29th. Tickets are $5.40. That's a nod to Uecker's 54 seasons behind the Brewers' mic. Proceeds will support the Brewers Foundation. Westby's historic Snowflake ski jump is set to soar again. The 102nd annual tournament will draw international competitors to its massive 387-foot Olympic hill. The 2-day event kicks off January 31st with up to 6,000 spectators expected to watch these daring aerial displays.
It's really neat to have an Olympic-sized hill and an event in our area, so it's a great thing to come and watch, the camaraderie. The families join each other here every year, kind of a group thing. And it's a lot of fun.
You can buy tickets online. We have a link for you on our website. The time now is 6:08. Still ahead on your morning news. Moderna receiving funds for a bird flu vaccine. We'll share those details. Samurai mini smoke alarms are being recalled for not detecting smoke. And we'll tell you which airport was voted the most busy in the world yet again. And dirty sodas are coming to Minnesota. Coming up, we'll have more on the sugary soda shop drawing in the sweet tooth's teeth. And as we head to break, a reminder of this day's special significance. While the nation prepares for President-elect Trump's inauguration, we also honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Across America today, thousands will serve their communities and reflect on Dr. King's enduring dream of equality. From food banks to neighborhood cleanups, Americans are turning this holiday into a day of action, living out Dr. King's message of service to others. And now we are leaving you with a live look at the White House awaiting its new occupant. President-elect Trump preparing to take the oath of office. That'll happen in just a few hours. We'll have that coverage for you today and more on the preparations throughout the morning, so stick with us.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it has shown some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, good morning to you and happy MLK Day. We're holding on to this cold and dangerously cold weather, I should say, all the way into tomorrow, where you're looking at wind chills as low as -40 in some cases. We'll also see sub-zero daytime highs for your forecast, including everybody in the forecast through portions of Wisconsin, I should say pretty much through Wisconsin, and then even into Minnesota. Hey, let's get into how this all plays out here as we go into your forecast, where you're going to be seeing this cold air stick around till Tuesday. And of course, with that happening, we're also going to be seeing this also limit the possibility of this cold, or anybody escaping this colder air. The cold weather advisories are in play, as you can see, with the possibility of frostbite kicking in from 10 to 30 minutes within all of this colder air. Bitter cold conditions last until Tuesday as well, so make no mistake as this happens, wind chills are going to be picking up as well as those winds get stronger tomorrow. Dangerously cold wind chills from -35 today, extreme cold wind chills -40 for tomorrow. And as this bitter cold conditions stick around, limited cloud cover is with us right now. now. So we're holding on to at least mostly cloudy skies. Once we get into the daytime, then we'll lose that cloud cover as winds begin to stir up again. Current temperatures right now, Ladysmith minus 21, minus 17 for Eau Claire, La Crosse at minus 7, areas by Winona minus 8. You get down to the south, you're minus 5 to minus 4. Wind chill tracker, you can see Eau Claire minus 29, minus 35 for Ladysmith, hence the over 35 in some cases, down to areas right by La Crosse minus 25 for getting into the 7 o'clock hour for you. This will continue as we go into the 10 o'clock hour with these minus conditions all the way in the noon hour, and then getting back down to single digits in the minus as we finish the day. Overnight lows for this morning is what we're looking at. We'll also find ourselves with wind speeds slow right now, but they will tick up as we go into the next couple of hours here. Highest wind gusts so far, we're at 21 to 15. Most of that is west of the Mississippi. And then once we get into it here, you're getting into La Crosse, you're holding on to minus 8 to minus 2. Once we get into the noon hour, and Eau Claire will follow suit with minus 14 to minus 8 getting into the noon hour. Back to you, my friend.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is awarding Moderna $590 million as they work on a vaccine to protect against bird flu. The pharmaceutical company began the study on the vaccine in 2023. Moderna says it saw positive results in the earlier phases of the vaccine development, setting the stage to advance into a phase 3 trial. H5N1 has sickened dozens of people in the U.S. The first human in a severe case was reported in Louisiana earlier this month. Roughly 328,000 of these Samurai Mini smoke alarms are being recalled. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the smoke alarms can malfunction, failing to alert consumers of a fire. 361 received 8 reports of the alarms failing to activate in the presence of smoke. If you have one of these, you should contact the company for a free replacement. And if you have a layover in Atlanta, you're in good company. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport named the world's busiest airport again. That's the second year in a row. Been on the list many more times than that. According to the aviation analytics firm's research group, 4 of the top 10 busiest airports in the world were all in the U.S., and all of the top airports saw growth last year. Dirty soda shops are especially popular in states like Utah, but the sugary sweet nectar is making its way closer to home in Minnesota. Heidi Wigdahl reports.
At Soda in Maple Grove,
that's looking good.
Chad Taylor is opening the shop with his wife Joan and daughter Emery. It's the calm before the rush.
Absolutely.
That is the sugar rush.
Hello.
Right at noon when Soda opens,
Sprite or Mountain Dew?
the fountain pop starts flowing.
And it'll be that way till tonight when we close the doors.
Can I get a name?
I just love pop, love Diet Coke, so I was excited to try kind of a new twist on it.
The twist being this is a dirty soda, pop, with pebble ice mixed with other flavors from fruit to creams to syrups. And at Soda, named after 90s songs.
Our most popular for sure is Stacy's Mom. Everybody loves that. Dr. Pepper, vanilla, cherry, cream.
Stacy's Mom, Vogue in 1979.
Dirty soda is popular out west, especially among Mormons abstaining from coffee and alcohol. Chad took notice during his trips to Utah to visit family.
We kept seeing people line up to go get this, and they were left so happy that we're like, man, somebody's gonna do that here eventually. And then someday my wife was like, I think you're gonna do that here.
They started with a food truck. Then, dirty sodas were in the spotlight from the hit show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Total coincidence, yeah. We've been growing at a pretty good pace, and then it just went to a whole other level.
Bubbling with excitement, in December, they opened the shop in Maple Grove.
And that'll be $12.
Negative 10-degree weather a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago, and lines were just out, out the door.
So what makes these drinks so sweet?
It's just sugar water, right? But at the end of it, it's a treat, and that's an emotional thing that we gravitate to.
Okay.
A treat to the taste buds.
Ooh, they're good. I like this one, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our weather.
All right, and away we go here. Bitter cold conditions holding on to today and tomorrow, as I mentioned before. Minus 40 possible in the forecast. You can see all the locations that are kind of in this cold weather advisory and cold weather warning for us. That warning is going to kick in for tomorrow, going into midnight hour tonight and then carrying over into tomorrow. Looking outside right now, not much happening out there. In fact, it's just cold. That's all it is, with a light wind chill right now, but the wind chill will advance later on as we get into the mid-morning hours and finish out the day. We'll hold on to at least, you can see right now over in Warrens, minus 13. Feels like it's minus 18 out there right now. And then once you get into areas right by Toma, the roadway is looking pretty good for you there as well. It feels like it's minus 19 out there, and the temperature is minus 12. Holding on to the highs for the day, we're looking at least minus 8 to about maybe 4 degrees today. So we're looking at sub-zero temperatures getting into some to near sub-zero. We'll hold on to these clouds as we go through the morning hours or the afternoon. And then once we get past that, by 6 o'clock, these clouds begin to break down. We're holding on to minus temperatures pretty much throughout the day, and in the evening hours, we'll see clearing skies slowly but surely as we cross the midnight hour. Going into the 5 o'clock or so, you're looking at these morning temperatures in the morning. Look at these numbers. These are minus 24, minus 14, minus 19, minus 15 for La Crosse getting into the forecast, and that continues on as we go to the 9 o'clock hour, holding on to minus degree temperatures in the morning and into the afternoon. You're looking at 3 o'clock, we're minus 4 in Ladysmith, minus 0 for Eau Claire now, and then holding on to La Crosse at 3 degrees. We get snow crossing the Mississippi coming in through the evening commute. That continues all the way to 9 o'clock hour and extends all the way into 11:45 for midnight for tomorrow. We'll also hold on to the zones here, looking at pretty much everybody's in the mix with minus conditions working through your forecast today. We'll also see some people just around 2 to 3 degrees above the 0 degree mark, holding on to these numbers here. Once you get into it, the central zone is showing you holding on to more of these temperatures where Trempealeau is like minus 0 or minus 1, and the 0 as you get into areas by La Crosse. Holding on to the north zone, you had minus 7 for Ladysmith. Eau Claire looking at least minus 6 degrees, and then of course you're going to hold on to the highs for tomorrow, where you're looking at least around say minus 5 to about 5 degrees to 6 degrees in some locations. Carrying over to the snow as we go into tomorrow, snow starts to cut across as we get in the 6 o'clock hour for the evening commute, and then eventually by going into Wednesday, you're going to see snow popping through the day. We're looking at least 2 inches or less of snow in the forecast. That's a 30% chance. We'll also hold on to, again, the wind tracker continuing on to ramp up as we go through the 5 o'clock hour. So it's pretty much all the way from the mid-morning all the way through getting into tomorrow, and then eventually these winds will tick up again for tomorrow, coming in at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock during the day, but this time out of the southwest. So they're going to be a little bit warmer in the evening hours, kicking through all the way to the midnight hour. Again, dangerously cold conditions happening for us today. As we finish out, you're going to be seeing minus 40 degree temperatures, and man, this is nothing to sneeze at. So please be careful. If you can get to a warming shelter, do that. If you can't, well, please stay indoors somewhere if you can. Holding on to the weather alert day for today and tomorrow, you're looking at warmer conditions possibly for Wednesday, coming back to at least 25 degrees for our high. Other locations will see that snow coming in the forecast as well by Thursday. 20% chance with at least mostly cloudy skies with light snow. We take a break on Friday with more snow trying to get back to us on Saturday, but it splits in half, and we're only going to get a portion of that if we get any on the ground at all. Back to you, Alexandra.
Thank you, Art. Well, coming up, meet a tiny fighter just 4 years old, already a survivor after 8 heart surgeries before even turning 2. She's inspiring everyone around her. Barrett Leone shares the remarkable story coming up.
Coming up in sports, the Bucks going for their 4th straight win, plus an update from the NFL playoffs. That and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally, because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel, for justice.
Attention business owners, start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait, our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
To top, the bargain shop.
In all home furniture stores.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
The La Crosse Lions Charity is celebrating Groundhog Day with the best groundhog dinner in La Crosse. A pulled pork dinner and dessert served Monday, February 3rd from 4 to 7 at the Moose Lodge in La Crosse. It's time for the La Crosse Sports Show, featuring boats, RVs, travel, hunting, fishing, ATVs, and more at the La Crosse Center, February 6th through the 9th.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com. The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories because we, like you, expect more.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. The Milwaukee Bucks going for their 4th straight win yesterday afternoon at home against the 76ers. Let's go to the Forum. Milwaukee currently 4th in the Eastern Conference. Early in the first quarter, Bucks looking for a bucket, and Giannis throws it up to Brook Lopez for the alley-oop. Milwaukee on the board. Second quarter now, tied at 43. Dame the kick out to Taurean Prince. One more to Ryan Rollins in the corner. That finds the bottom of the net. Bucks lead. Then just before the half, Chris Middleton, step back jumper, gets the 3-ball to fall. Bucks up 9 at the break. Then in the second half, Giannis would turn it on, work in the mid-range, pull up, knocks it down. Then in the fourth, Giannis commanding the offense, gonna set the screen for Dame, and Dame pulls up from 3. That's cash. Bucks go on to win 123-109. Giannis finished with 34 points and 15 rebounds. A quick update from last night's Ravens-Bills game. Buffalo would go up 8 late in the fourth quarter, but here comes Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, plenty of time in the pocket, letting his receivers get down the field, avoiding the pressure, lets it fly, and he's got Isaiah Likely in the end zone for the touchdown, but they still need a 2-point conversion. Here we go. Lamar rolling out right, goes to his man Mark Andrews, but Andrews drops it. Conversion no good, and the Bills hang on to win 27-25. So here's what we've got for next weekend. Both games on Sunday, January 26th at 2 p.m. We'll have the rookie sensation Jaden Daniels taking on the Eagles. That one will be on Fox then. Right here on CBS at 5:30. The two-time defending champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, will host the Buffalo Bills for a spot in the Super Bowl on the line. One last college game of the season. Later tonight, the Ohio State Buckeyes face off with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the College Football Playoff Championship game. Ohio State entered the playoffs as an 8 seed and Notre Dame a 7 seed. Both teams had their hiccups during the regular season, but they've been the best two over the last few weeks. This one is set to start at 6:30 on ESPN. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
I'm Mike Rowe, and this is the most honest commercial you're going to see all week.
Today, we're waterproofing a basement.
How long do you think this problem has been a problem?
Well, actually, the homeowner told us that she's lived here for 42 years, and when they first moved in, they had water issues.
Yeah.
That is like your telltale sign of like, hey, I'm having an issue, and that's when people should call.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
Start 2025 off right with a new Ram during the Start Something New sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn, plus save an additional $3,250 with conditional incentives. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, and hauling. Hurry in, this offer ends January 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
Gonna make you move. Gonna make you move.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. A 4-year-old girl is being called a little hero. Born with a hole in her heart, she had 8 surgeries before she turned 2. Barrett Leone has more on her journey.
Whether it's a game of tic-tac-toe with mom, or playing in the kitchen with dad, 4-year-old Evelyn Otto's personality shines.
I love it. I wouldn't change that little attitude for anything.
Her strong demeanor, a reminder of what she's overcome.
Couldn't tell that she's been through, 8 heart surgeries and all the other different procedures.
Ross and Kelly found out the chambers of their daughter's heart didn't form properly during pregnancy.
It was a gut punch. It was not something that you expect.
A congenital heart defect called complete balance atrioventricular septal defect, or AVSD. Children's Minnesota doctor Charles Shepard says it's not an uncommon condition, but what came next was rare.
Unfortunately, you can't name every possible challenge, which Evelyn has seemed to have found almost every challenge along the way.
Evelyn had her first heart surgery at 3 months old, but it would be the first of many.
It is absolutely amazing how resilient Evelyn is. She's a fighter, no doubt. Definitely a fighter.
From an artificial heart valve to a pacemaker, infections, and cardiac arrest, she would undergo 8 surgeries before her 2nd birthday.
She is one tough kid.
While Evelyn's journey isn't over,
there are limitations, but there's also great expectations that she's going to have a very full and wonderful life.
It is a full circle moment.
I'm just thankful that we're here where we are now.
I can imagine life without her. She's our little hero.
To see her running circles at the very same place she fought to stay alive.
Evelyn will have more surgeries as she grows to replace her heart valve and pacemaker and live on medications. But like Dr. Shepard says, she will live a very full life. A local author's tribute to farm life and family is winning young hearts in Coon Valley. Bretta Lee's new children's book stars 2 adventurous dachshunds, including Bear, who delighted fans at this weekend's book signing. The story honors Lee's late husband and their farming legacy.
My husband and I had wonderful, wonderful adventures with the dogs on our farm. And when he passed away about 3.5 years ago, I thought that I would honor the farm with my first children's book.
During the event, Lee also took time to read her book aloud to attendees. Beer history buffs raising a glass to nostalgia this weekend in Onalaska. The 4th annual Winter Beer Collectors Show brought together vintage signs, glassware, and rare memorabilia. But collectors say it is the shared memories, not just the treasures, that keep them coming back.
I think the people who are involved in the collecting really makes the hobby. Yes, the items are really neat looking, the artwork and the lights, just mesmerizing, but the people who are also have that same passion that I can visit with at each beer show is really what does it for me.
If you missed this event, another brewery collectible show is coming in May. Local Flavors served up support for Onalaska students this weekend. The Flannel and Frost Taste event brought area restaurants together to fund classroom projects and essential needs through the Onalaska Education Foundation. The night's proceeds help provide everything from innovative teaching tools to clothing for students in need.
I'm just looking forward to raising a whole lot of money for all the different schools in Onalaska.
Attendees enjoyed live entertainment, door prizes, and a silent auction. Inventors overseas are looking to fight plastic pollution by making recycled bed frames, a move aimed at keeping tons of waste from piling up in landfill. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
John Stell wants to revolutionize the way the world sleeps, one piece of plastic at a time.
It takes about 1 hour to make a king single.
In an Australian factory that looks a bit like a giant Lego shop, engineers are building bed frames made from 100% recycled plastic.
It's a fantastic circular economy solution.
It may even be a world first.
The bed bases are made from plastic pellets, collected from everyday items like buckets, crates, and tarps. Builders say each twin-sized frame saves 16 pounds of plastic from being dumped in landfills. To check sturdiness of the sustainable design, 200-pound athletes put them to the test.
I think it's really good. It's just completely noise-free. So there's no creaking, there's nothing like that.
Each bed frame is expected to hold up for a decade before being recycled into yet another one.
Means the life cycle of this plastic and the useful life cycle of this plastic can be generations long.
And creators say more eco-friendly furniture is on the way. With millions of tons of plastic waste piling up in the world's landfills every year, bed makers say they're doing their part to help end the environmental nightmare.
And researchers in Europe found 91% of the world's plastic is currently not being recycled. Only 9% is being reused, while the rest is being thrown out, incinerated, or pollutes the environment. Recycling is very easy too. Send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our morning commute. Art, we know it is freezing cold out there today.
You know, it's easy staying indoors. It's pretty easy, my friend. Hey, that's what you need to do. It's very cold out there. In fact, dangerously cold. And that is for, again, the wind chills are going to be up to about minus 40 in some cases today. And then eventually we'll see that in tomorrow as well. Sub-zero daytime highs, and that's including everybody. In fact, around the region here as well as in Wisconsin and next door as you get into Minnesota and even down into Iowa as well. Holding on to this, you can see the winter cold weather advisories that's in play and the cold weather warning that's in play as well. We'll also find ourselves getting into this colder air slowly but surely just blasting out of areas of the Antarctic. In fact, you'll also hold on to, I should say, the Arctic, and then holding on to colder conditions as it goes through areas by Bismarck, then Twin Cities. By the time it gets to us, it's just a push moving through the region. And in fact, we'll also find ourselves with a little light snow right now. Possibly as we go into tonight, you may see a little bit of light flurry well up to the north, possibly. Then by Tuesday, you'll see as we go into the evening commute, more snow popping into the forecast as we go through the evening commute and beyond into Wednesday, where heavier snow is coming in, or I should say more light snows in the forecast. We could get up to 2 inches or less. Holding on to wind gust tracker here, you can get it as we go to the 7 o'clock hour. That's when it begins to tick up, and we'll see those winds start to move into the picture, and you'll see those winds cutting in through the 1 o'clock hour and on up to 20 miles per hour. It's possibly up to 30 miles per hour to finish out the day. And once we get into it here by the 9 o'clock hour, it subsides. But you're looking at current temperatures now. Eau Claire is minus 17. La Crosse is in minus 7. It feels like it's minus 27 degrees right now in La Crosse and minus 32 in Eau Claire. Once I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all plays out. But you can see the wind chill tracker through the 6 o'clock hour is really something else. Back to you, my friend.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
How about Haley? She's turning 18 years old today. She is always energetic and loves performing gymnastics.
Happy birthday to you, Haley. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, millions of Americans have it, but half don't know they even have it. What you need to know about glaucoma, coming up on Mindful Monday.
It's the 4-day sale at Home Furniture. This Friday through Monday, get up to 10% off sale prices throughout the showroom. This sectional is just $13.99, or this dining set is just $9.99. The 4-day sale ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Your job title shouldn't define you, but in the job I'm running for, it should. I'm Brad Schimmel, and justice is my life's work. Helping Wisconsin's most vulnerable, stopping elder abuse, taking on human traffickers, putting pedophiles behind bars, and leading the Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, clearing 4,000 backlogged tests so survivors could finally get justice. For me, it's not a title. It's my mission statement.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
If you've been hurt in an accident, you need the experienced attorneys of Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
After the accident, hiring Schwabel, Getz & Sieben was one of the best things I ever did.
They were thorough, compassionate, and just really made us feel at ease right away.
Jim always had a plan. He was always very thorough.
It was phenomenal, the level of service that I received.
I highly recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. They're the best.
Representing accident victims for over 50 years, Schwabel, Getz & Sieben.
I didn't know it, but my back pain was coming from my feet. My personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
Sleep your best sleep on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Sleep first class on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express.
Well, good morning to you. We have a weather alert day, as you already know by now, holding on through Tuesday with wind chills up to minus 40 degrees below. Yeah, and we have sub-zero temperatures coming into the daytime as well. That's going to affect everybody. So let you know, we're going to see dangerously cold conditions today at minus 35 plus in some cases. Tomorrow, we were supposed to be a little bit warmer, right? Well, you're looking at conditions to be like this. Extreme cold conditions in the morning, carrying over possibly into the afternoon as well, then subsiding as warmer air starts to sneak in once we get into at least the afternoon, the latter portion of the afternoon with winds out of the southwest. Here we go, though. Cold weather advisory. We have a cold weather warning as well, and that means we're going to be seeing those very cold conditions where you could see wind chills bringing down on us, at least maybe with exposure, at least 10 to about 30 minutes. You could have frostbite in the picture. Current temperatures are pretty cold right now, but it feels like, this is what I'm going to get you to. Eau Claire feels like it's minus 32 in Eau Claire. Right now, it feels like it's minus 27 in La Crosse. We'll carry over into areas by Prairie du Chien. It feels like it's minus 18 out there. Highs for the day, well, not so much too far from what I just showed you. We're talking about -8 all the way to about maybe 5 degrees today for your high. That's your high. So we're going to be possibly in minus degree numbers as we finish out the day today. You can see this across the board with at least clouds increasing to mostly cloudy. Then by the midnight, and I should say the midnight hour, by the evening commute, they back off a bit. Those clouds begin to thin out. Minus degree numbers are still in the forecast, and that continues all the way into the midnight hour. We lose the cloud cover. We no longer have a blanket for us, and that means colder air continues to sift through the area. And as that happens, we go to the 7 o'clock hour in the morning. We're looking at least -21 for Eau Claire. La Crosse will be at least -14 degrees in the morning for tomorrow. Once we get into the 9 a.m. hour, it's pretty similar going into the noon hour. We're still in minus degree numbers, finishing out most of the afternoon. Getting into it by 3 o'clock, you're seeing a little bit of snow starting to sneak into the picture. Once we get into it, you're looking at 6 o'clock p.m. You're going through your evening commute. Well, we've got snow coming into your forecast. It's light snow, and you'll see some flurries, some showers associated with this as well. Getting into the midnight hour for Tuesday, well, that snow is just getting started, and that continues to move all the way through Wednesday. Holding on to the zones, as you can see here, everybody's in that cold for today. Continues to do that all the way into the south zone as well as back into the central zone. We'll see La Crosse at 0 degrees today. We're also looking at north of we go to I-94. We're looking at Eau Claire, looking at least -6, carrying over into Prairie du Chien, all the way up into Ladysmith, at least at -7. Highs for tomorrow, -1 all the way, I should say, -4 all the way to at least 6 degrees for your day. And then once you get into it, that snow, as I told you about, well, we see as we go into Wednesday, it kicks in 2 inches of snow, possibly or less, in the forecast. Now, we've got the bitter cold that's sticking around today. It sticks around tomorrow, as you can see, with high pressure building around and keeping that with us in that forecast. We'll carry over to the gust tracker, continuing on, where you're seeing winds up to 22 to 25 miles per hour in some cases, and that continues on as we finish out. They subside, and then eventually we go into Tuesday, where those winds continue to pick up again. And of course, you're going to see these wind gusts continue to ramp up as we go into the 10 o'clock hour in the morning. Let's get to your 8-day forecast real quick and finish out. As we can see, 0 degrees today, 6 degrees for tomorrow as your weather alert days. Snow for Wednesday going into Thursday, and then a break on Friday with more snow coming back on Saturday. That splits in two, though. Some of that goes down to the south, some of that comes to our area, so we're seeing limited amounts of snow coming in for Saturday going into Monday.
Well, it is often called the silent thief of sight because many don't know they have it until it's too late. For Glaucoma Awareness Month, Dr. Robert Funk joins us this morning to discuss the warning signs, treatments, and what we need to know. Good morning, Dr. Funk. Thank you for being here.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to see you. So just tell us, what is glaucoma? What do we need to know about this?
Yeah, so glaucoma is damage to the optic nerve, and that's the cable that runs from the eye to the brain that transmits the vision signal that's taken in from the eye and goes to the brain. When you have damage to that nerve, it causes irreversible loss of sight, and so that's what glaucoma is.
Okay.
So why is it called the silent thief?
Yeah, so it's often called the silent thief because it causes vision loss that you don't necessarily recognize right away. Most of the time, glaucoma causes slow vision loss, so it's slow over time, and you lose your peripheral vision. So when you lose your peripheral vision and it's slow, it's not something that you'll detect until it's so severe that it's affecting your center vision and you're nearly blind. And so that's often why it is so silent and why it's such an important disease to recognize.
Okay, and so definitely important to catch those warning signs too. So what should we be looking out for?
Yeah, so the first and the earliest warning signs for glaucoma are often not something that you'll notice. Like I said, it comes from the periphery and it's often slow. So the first signs are going to be something that your doctor detects on your eye exam.
Okay.
So the doctor, when they're looking at your eye, they can see signs or risk factors that put you at a higher risk for glaucoma, or you may need additional testing in the eye clinic to determine whether you have the start of glaucoma or those signs that we're looking for.
Now, who's most at risk?
The people that are most at risk for glaucoma are people that have high intraocular pressure. High pressure in the eye is the biggest risk factor for glaucoma, but other risk factors for glaucoma are age, so an older population is more likely to get glaucoma, or people that have a strong family history, so knowing people in your family that have glaucoma is also important.
Okay, and obviously the eye exam from the doctor is very important, but any symptoms that people might start experiencing themselves at home that they should watch out for, maybe know when to contact their doctor?
Generally not. There's not most of the time, there's not a lot of signs that you're having glaucoma. It's not something that you'll detect. Usually in the eye clinic, they'll check your pressure, they'll examine your eye to make sure you don't have any of those signs or risk factors. And then, like I said, if it's necessary, they may put you through extra testing to determine if you're at a higher risk, or what we call a glaucoma suspect, meaning we need to watch you for glaucoma or watch the development more closely.
Okay,
And what
important
kind
to
of
keep
testing
up.
are we talking about? I'm so sorry.
So the type of testing is often, one, an eye exam and checking the intraocular pressure, but then other tests we can do are measure the thickness of your optic nerve to see if there's atrophy at the head of the optic nerve, and that's just with a scan of your eye that we do in clinic. Other testing is a visual field test where we look for that peripheral vision loss early on so we can catch it before it's too late.
All right, and then anything that we should know or should be doing to protect our vision?
The most important thing I tell folks is go in for your regular eye exams. If you're going in for your regular eye exams, your eye doctor will be able to check any signs for glaucoma and know what the appropriate schedule to monitor you for glaucoma is. If you are a suspect of glaucoma or are developing early signs of glaucoma, they may want to watch you more closely. So as long as you are keeping your regular follow-ups and checkups, you really have nothing to worry about because your eye doctor will take good care of you to prevent the progression of glaucoma.
Okay, so that's why those checkups are so important to stay on top of it. All
Absolutely.
right, well, thank you so much, Dr. Fung, for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
The dentist will be right in.
Hey, I heard you're retiring soon. You excited?
Yeah, Doc, but there's so much to consider. Medicare, finances. Oh, and I lose my dental insurance.
You can get your own from Physicians Mutual. Easiest decision ever. It's real dental insurance that's real affordable. Well, I think my work here is done.
Wait, what?
Hey, I heard you're retiring soon. You excited?
Affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. One of the easiest retirement decisions you can make. For a free information kit, call now. This dental insurance helps cover over 400 procedures. Everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. See any dentist you want with no deductibles and no annual maximum.
Well, I think my work here is done.
Wait, what?
To get your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. La Crosse police are investigating a weekend shooting on the city's north side. Officers responded to shots fired in the 1800 block of George Street early Sunday morning. They found one person with gunshot wounds. The victim was rushed to a local hospital after emergency treatment at the scene. Investigators say the shooting stemmed from an argument and appears to be isolated. The New Lisbon community came together to remember 13-year-old Skyla Sorensen. Family and friends gathered Saturday to honor the teen, whose parents described as a bright, caring soul who loved helping others. She was one of 3 victims in last month's homicide. Suspect 47-year-old Virgil Thu remains in custody on a $5 million bond. Donald Trump will become the 47th president today. He'll take the oath of office inside the Capitol Rotunda because of Arctic weather sweeping much of the nation. His return to the White House comes 4 years after losing to Joe Biden. It is a comeback that is making history. Trump is expected to sign roughly 200 executive orders today. And President-elect Trump says he will visit Los Angeles this week to see the devastation the wildfires left behind. In recent days, firefighters have made significant progress containing 2 of the most catastrophic wildfires in state history. Bitter cold temperatures are forcing several schools to close. Among them, Arcadia School District, Ridgeway Community Schools, and Onalaska's Luther High School. For a complete list of closures and delays, you can head to news8000.com. La Crosse is offering a lifeline to those battling the brutal cold. The La Crosse Public Library on Main Street will open its doors at 8 o'clock this morning in about an hour as an emergency warming center. Anybody needing to escape can find shelter there. The shelter will stay open till 7 tonight and then reopen from 8 a.m. till noon tomorrow. And frostbite can strike in just 10 minutes. Tri-State paramedics are urging you to bundle up and alert others to your plans. If you're driving, pack an emergency kit with you and remember to take your kids' coats off before you put them in their car seats.
Make sure you take plenty of blankets with, buckle them in appropriately, and then cover them with blankets. But don't wear a big puffy coat while in the car seat. If they were to encounter a crash or a sudden stop, it can allow space for them to slide up and out of the car seat.
If you spot someone in distress from the cold, get them inside, wrap them in blankets, and place warm packs under their arms to raise their cold temperature.
Weather alert day today and tomorrow. Make no mistake, this is not a joke. You're holding on to the day as we get into it. Your forecast is going to hold on to at least as we go through the day. This wind chill that's going to last pretty much throughout the day and carry over all the way into tomorrow as well. You'll see as you go into Eau Claire, you're seeing similar conditions as we finish out the day today and holding on to the possibility of temperatures running to sub-zero or much colder in some locations for tomorrow. We'll also see 0 today, 6 tomorrow, warming up gradually as southwesterly winds start to pop in the picture as we go into Wednesday evening and beyond. Local temperatures will get back into at least seasonal averages and beyond.
Well, who better to celebrate National Cheese Lovers Day than right here in America's Dairyland? From fresh curds to aged cheddar, Wisconsin's been perfecting the art of cheese making for generations. All this ancient food dates back to 5500 BC. Today it is a point of state pride. Just ask any cheesehead. Though with 19 different cheese holidays on the calendar, every day is a good day for Wisconsin cheese. Yeah, that mac and cheese looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks delicious.
Start your week out with some cheese. Sounds good, yeah. Thank you for starting your week out with us. We will see you back here at noon. Don't forget, CBS News will have all the coverage you need today of the inauguration. We will see you back here at noon.